Did Jimmy go back outside with him?
I don't know.
So you're talking to him down the bottom of the stairs. You don't know. And you said when you went back outside that people started walking up the street towards Farmhouse Lane?
Right.
And did you see a vehicle down there?
Yeah.
What vehicle did you understand that to be?
It was the Honda Pilot.
And the Honda Pilot, that's the car that had pulled up before.
Right.
Yep.
Had you seen who was inside the vehicle at that point?
No.
And you said the people started walking up the street, right?
Yeah.
Did you see anybody running up the street?
No.
Did you hear anybody yelling as they were going down the street?
Nope.
Did you see anybody throwing anything as they were going down the street?
No.
Nope.
How many people did you see going down the street?
They were already like down towards Farmhouse by the time I started walking outside. So there were people just standing up there, and then there were people sitting on the curb. There were a couple people sitting on the curb.
Okay. And you said that of these people that were walking up the
sneeze.
street, one of them that you identified for us was Tyler Rich, right? Matthew Lokovich.
Yeah.
Ricky Fiola.
Yeah.
Did you see Ryan?
The allergies is
Sorry,
over.
I'm eating an apple and I have my Mac muted. I wanted to say hi to the lab. I said, "What's up, lab? How you doing?" And that the lab, I'm going to do the Raul testimony after I do this woman tonight and finish it tomorrow. But let's see how much I can get done. I know he's like 2 hours, something like that, hour and a half. So I'll do as much as I can until 2 a.m.
And Hines go up the street?
No.
Did you see Griffin Marcinsic go up the street?
No.
Did you see Jimmy McGrath go up the street?
No.
Did you see Jimmy McGrath when you were
The
outside?
allergies
No.
are acting up. I hate it.
Did you see Michael Samperi go up the street?
No.
Jacob Villalobos?
No.
The only three people that you can identify who walked up the street were Tyler Rich, Matthew Lokovich, and
My
Ricky
stomach
Fiola.
hurts like
Yes.
hell. I hate it.
Did you see Faison Teal at that point?
No.
And you told us you didn't hear any screaming?
No.
Didn't hear any yelling? Didn't see or hear anything being thrown?
No.
And you said that you yourself walked up the street at that point, right?
Oh.
And about a quarter of the way down
Okay.
towards Laurel Glen Drive, right?
Towards Farmhouse.
Towards Farmhouse, on Laurel Glen
Yep.
Drive.
Yep.
And was anybody else walking with you?
No.
And you said at that point you could see a car parked about 3/4 of the way down Laurel Glen Drive towards Farmhouse.
Yes.
And you said you saw some people standing there, correct?
Yeah.
Did you identify who those people were?
Hey, the lab, what's up? Thank you very much for your $5 donation, lab. I can't provide a sound effect, right? Can you guys hear sound effects? Like if I do this, can you hear it? Let me see. Yeah. Can you guys hear the bomb drop or no? Can you guys hear the bomb drop or no?
Very nauseous, guys. How you doing? What's a coin quest? There's more. There's 5 people here,
No,
bro.
you don't hear it. Sorry. Lab, thank you very much for your $5 donation.
Oh, my
Run that
stomach
shit, baby.
hurts.
No, I was far back.
Oh, hi, Baron.
You didn't see anyone running after the vehicle?
No.
And you watched exhibit number 44, that was the ring video from across
Yeah.
the street. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
But you told us that you didn't see anything that is.
Uh, my stomach hurts like hell.
You told us you spent about 30 seconds down the street, correct?
I think a couple seconds, definitely not 30 seconds.
How you doing, Rose?
You spent a couple seconds down the street,
Thank you for joining us,
Were you with
everybody.
anybody during that
Song
time?
No.
suggestions.
By
No,
yourself?
we don't do that here.
and then
I'm
you
just
turned
trying.
around and went back to Tyler Rich's house.
Yes.
And you said when you went back
I think-
inside, everyone was in the basement.
Right.
Everyone,
I'm
please
eating
like and
apple. I think
subscribe,
this
though.
apple's not worth eating. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I think I waited too long to eat this apple. Fuck.
Yep.
But
And it helps
not
with my
Ricky
headaches. I
Fiola.
got migraines.
So not everybody.
Not Tyler Rich. Not Matthew Lokovich.
And no English only.
Was Jimmy McGrath in the basement?
Yeah.
Was Ryan Hines in the basement?
I don't know.
Griffin Marcinsic?
I'm not sure.
Faison Teal?
I believe Faison was in
How
there.
you doing, Zach?
did you see
Zay?
I think he
the
was
king?
on the couch, if I'm not mistaken.
Y'all?
Who was sitting with him on the couch?
I don't remember.
Did you
I'm watching
see
a
Tommy
true
Connery?
crime.
I don't
How you
remember.
doing,
Charlie
Rosa?
Connery?
Rose?
I don't remember.
Jacob Villalobos?
How you doing, Mint?
I'm not sure.
Alex Bernson?
No, I didn't see him.
Tyler Ternowski?
Who?
Tyler Ternowski?
Tanner Turner?
Tanner Ternowski.
I'm not sure.
Can you hear me, guys?
You said Ricky Fiola and Tyler Rich, those are Matthew Lokovich's friends, right?
Correct.
Don't forget to hit that like button, like and subscribe.
You did tell us that also in the basement was Lily Lombardi.
Yep.
Izzy Silvas?
Yep.
and Michaela Holton, right? So you do remember that they were there as well?
Yeah.
Acid
And you're
reflux.
certain that Jimmy McGrath was down there?
Yeah, thanks for being the first dono, bro. Thank you.
And you told us you thought something bad was going to happen,
I'm
right?
drinking
Yeah.
some
That
ginger ale.
everyone was going on about it, right?
I wouldn't say going on about it, but there was discussion about it.
Well, how would you describe
If
that
you
discussion?
subscribe, say I subscribe. So I
talking,
can
just like-
know.
Calmly, like
If
you
you're a
and
new
I?
subscriber.
Just talking about what had happened out front?
Correct.
And how were they describing what had happened out front?
I don't remember exactly what they were saying.
Did you hear any talk about wanting to fight the kids?
No.
Did you hear any talk about wanting payback?
No.
But you thought something bad was going to happen?
Yeah.
And you told us that you talked to Matthew Lockovich and Jimmy McGrath to stay out of it.
Correct.
So at some point, Matthew Lockovich came back inside?
Correct.
So now he's down in the basement too?
Correct.
Let me turn on
When
the.
did he come back to the basement?
I'm not sure.
You told us you knew that Jimmy McGrath wouldn't get involved.
Oh, give me a second.
Matthew Lockovich, if his friends
Turn
were
off the light
involved,
up.
he wouldn't just be involved.
Correct. They weren't even talking about it.
They weren't even talking about it.
Oh boy.
Then you told us that you walked back out the Dildo doors.
What the hell? I didn't even do nothing. I hate when shit like that happen.
I'm
They're
not sure how
perfect.
many people.
And
Mint. Mint is pretty good, like the way it
everybody
tastes.
go out in a group.
I feel like everyone like went out in parts. There wasn't just like a whole group walking up there.
Did they all casually walk
I
out?
guess no new subscribers yet.
Run in and get outside?
Nobody subscribed to my channel yet.
And then you described going out back into the front yard after you walked through the Dildo doors. When you came back out, now this is the second time you're going out to the front yard, right?
No, this would be the third time I went outside.
This is the third time that you went out to the front yard. Where did you stand this time? Could you show us on the exhibit? Your Honor, may the record reflect that the witnesses pointed to the front of the black truck that is parked in the driveway in between the black truck and the red bush that is parallel to it. You're standing there. Who do you see?
Directly in front of me
Yes.
would be
The defendant.
that would be Jimmy and Charlie at that point.
Can you point out where they are?
You don't see the defendant? Wow.
So they're not directly in front of you. Right. Bag from your house.
How's everybody's Monday?
My mic, I always forget to unmute it. I was saying that, yeah, Angie Girl, you're right, Angie Girl. Everybody's name is back to
How you
normal.
doing, Mary?
No one has that name from last week. But we all have our names back to normal.
Hi, Harper. Hi,
Except for
Mary.
Cat Randall.
Don't forget everyone to like and
Everybody's normal again. We're back.
don't forget to like and
I guess I didn't
subscribe.
last long. Good up, Angie Girl. Good observation, Angie Girl. I don't think anybody else noticed that until now. Wow.
Also subscribe if you're not a new subscriber.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
How many feet away were they standing?
Please.
Maybe like from me to
I'll probably see the fireworks. I'm not sure. It
I'd
depends
say
how I
like
feel.
if the TV was a little farther back and I was standing a little farther back.
Okay, so would you say from the
You?
wall of behind you
Yeah. So the
to the TV? Okay. And so you could see Jimmy, and who was standing beside Jimmy?
Charlie Connery.
They were standing side by side?
Yep.
Who else could you identify as being there?
Matlock.
Where was Matlock standing?
He was moving around, so towards the end he was near Jimmy.
And when we say Matlock, we're not talking
Matthew
about
Lynch.
not the attorney played by Andy Griffith.
No, I'm not aware of who that
Don't know
is.
who that is.
I have no idea.
Water slide.
All right, so
What's that water
you say
slide?
Matt was moving around.
Oh, water slide. Oh.
When you first got outside, where was Matt?
I'm not sure.
You couldn't see him?
No.
Was there
That's
anybody
cool.
that was up there by the red bush and the tree line where the shade is, where you had been earlier?
Near the truck, is that what you're talking about?
Right, when you described having been out there earlier.
I'm not sure if anyone was standing up there.
You didn't see anybody up there?
No, not that I know.
Everybody was down closer to the front part of the grass at that point.
Yeah, some people were in the driveway. Maybe some
That's
people could have been
cool.
back there, but I wasn't turning around to look.
Did you see Ryan Hines in here?
No.
Did you see Face on Teal?
At the end, I saw face on.
Did you
Right
see
now
him
I'm
when you first came
watching
out?
a murder trial
And you've described that
out of
Jimmy McGrath
Connecticut.
and Charlie Connery were up closer to the curb.
Yeah.
Did you see the vehicle, the Honda Pilot that you had described
Yeah.
before? Where was that?
Parked. I would say like right here, maybe.
The killer's claiming
There were-
self-defense.
May the record reflect, Your Honor, that the witnesses pointed on the exhibit to an area beside the mailbox.
Not really. I haven't done one in a while.
And there were other cars parked in the road too, right?
Yeah.
Both sides of the
I
road.
prefer only doing
Did
lives.
you
I'm
recall whether or
sorry.
not it was raining or misty at this point?
I don't.
Did you see people with their phones out and the lights on?
Yes.
And were there just Jimmy and Charlie standing in the front of the yard?
It's
I
not
think
my
there was more
thing.
people, but I don't remember who
It's just
exactly.
not my thing.
Did you see Tyler Rich?
If I was gonna do that, I prefer TikTok.
Yes.
Where was he?
I think it was closer to the, like near the red bush, but
But
Towards the
TikTok
side
is
of the
about to
road.
go back. But it, I don't know if it's gonna get banned. It's a plan. It's a waiting game.
this tree wasn't here. So
I prefer lives. You know.
Close to Jimmy and Charlie?
no.
And
I like
you
to
told
listen to
us
true crime.
That you saw Tyler DeSilva get out of the vehicle?
I didn't see them get out of the vehicle.
You didn't see them get out of the vehicle.
When I had walked up, the fight was already going on.
Okay. You told us on Friday, though, that you'd seen
Alright,
them
thank
run
you,
up onto the
Harper.
grass.
I would assume that they ran up.
I
onto
knew
the
you
grass.
already
I did not see
subscribed.
that.
You didn't see them.
You've been
run up onto the
subscribed
grass.
for a while. I have
So when you came out, the fight
611
was already
subs.
going on?
Yeah.
And who was fighting at that point?
It tells me
Tyler
who
DeSilva
subscribed.
and Lito and Tyler Rich, or maybe Alex Bernstein. I'm not sure.
You've seen video of this fight, correct?
Yeah.
And how many times have you seen that video?
A couple times.
Just a couple?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw that video?
The last time I spoke with the state attorney, so when was that? I'm not sure exactly what date that was. It'd be a couple weeks ago.
In anticipation of coming in here to testify? So when
Don't
you say you
forget-
assume that they ran up onto the grass,
Yeah.
that's not something that you actually saw. You don't.
5 days.
You said a bunch of you were just standing there watching, right?
Correct.
Who was just standing there watching?
Me, Michaela Holton, are that I'm aware of. Everyone was kind of just standing around, so I'm not sure.
How you doing, Jacqueline?
You said by the end that
I see you the
Matt
top two.
Lockovich
One of
was
my top
standing
two
by Jim.
subscribe
Yeah.
thing. You know.
Do you recall, was Matt wearing a shirt?
No, he wasn't.
Do you recall when he took that shirt off?
I don't know.
Had he had it on earlier when you were standing outside with him?
Yeah, I believe so.
Don't forget to like my channel.
And you told us on Friday that Alex Bernstein at this point was near Tyler DeSilva, but you weren't quite sure about that?
Correct.
And you described it as being a chaotic scene, right?
Correct.
Everyone was everywhere, you said.
Correct.
But there were only a couple of kids fighting, and most of them were watching, was your recollection?
Correct.
And now you tell us that you were watching, correct? Michaela Holton was standing beside you, she was watching.
Correct.
Did either of you have your
I
phones
hope you
out?
have a good Monday, a good
And who
Tuesday.
else was watching?
I know Jimmy was watching. I'm really not sure who else,
When you say you know Jimmy was watching,
Yeah.
how do you know Jimmy was watching?
because I was staring at him.
You were staring at him.
Yeah.
And he was standing in one place?
Yeah.
The whole time?
About the same area, at least.
Okay. The same area, so he wasn't standing in one place the whole time.
He wasn't just standing still. I'd say like, moving, but he didn't leave that vicinity over there.
When you say that vicinity, can you show us where he never left?
I'd say like right over here. Just stayed in that area.
You never saw him throw any punches?
No.
You never saw him throw any kicks?
No.
You never saw him even get close enough to do so?
No.
Was there anyone blocking your view of Jimmy?
No.
No.
when you're standing there watching, could you identify where Tyler DeSilva was?
Nope.
No, not when I was looking at Jimmy, no.
At any point, did you see Tyler DeSilva involved in the fight on the lawn?
Yeah.
Okay, where was he? Could you point out for us?
Tyler DeSilva?
Tyler DeSilva.
I'd say he was closer to the red bush.
Closer to the red bush? And how many people was he fighting with?
It looks like one that I knew of for sure.
Looked like one. Do you remember who that was?
No, not really. I couldn't really see.
And could you see Mr. Valley at any point?
He was behind Tyler, so I couldn't see him until later.
Okay, so you couldn't see where Mr. Valley was.
I knew he was behind Tyler Silva, so he was closer to the curb, but I couldn't see him like fighting.
And then you said you recall hearing someone say he has a knife, he has a knife.
Correct.
Do you know who that was that said that?
Charlie Connery,
How do you know that?
because I know Charlie's voice.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
that night, you recall hearing him say that he has a knife, he has a
Correct.
knife. And you told us you thought, oh my God, what's going on?
Correct.
And then a couple seconds later, you saw Mr. Valley near Jimmy McGrath.
Correct.
And Jimmy McGrath, he was still in that same place, he hadn't moved.
Correct.
And was there anybody else near Mr. Valley?
Nope.
At the time that he was near Jimmy,
Yes.
I think Matt and Charlie were near him.
Where were they?
I'm not sure. I know Charlie was on, I don't know what side Charlie was on, but I know Charlie was near him, and I know Matt had walked by him at that point.
Was Mr. McGrath's back to you, or was he facing you?
He was like, at what point are you talking about?
When you saw him and he was near Mr.
I don't know. I think this
The
guy
defendant
was
was lunging at him?
guilty.
When the first time that you saw him was, and you described watching Mr. McGrath, was he facing you, or were you?
I don't think he was defending
He was
himself, in
facing
my
me.
opinion.
I broke my promise, Cakes Boo.
Mr. McGrath was facing you?
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
did you see Will Berardi?
No, I don't recall seeing him.
Did you see Matt Lokovich?
Yeah.
And where was he in relation to Mr.
That's
Valley?
my opinion, but
Close to him.
How close?
I'm not sure the exact distance.
Could you see his face, or could you see his back?
I think it was his, actually not sure.
Sorry, John B. I didn't give you credit because I wasn't.
thank
here.
you for liking. I appreciate
I
it.
noticed that you said about anything about the names back to normal. So you get credit too, John B.
Sure, I can't.
What did you see him doing?
He was just walking by him at that point.
Just walking by him? And what was
You're a
Charlie?
level 2. I don't know what that means, but
Charlie was just standing there,
Top
I think, just
fan.
next to him.
And you told us that you could see Mr. Valley lunge towards Mr. McGrath.
Correct.
And that he stayed there, that's Mr. McGrath, for about 2 seconds.
What was that? Sorry?
You said you saw him stay there for about 2 seconds, Mr. McGrath,
Stay there for 2 seconds. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
after you saw the lunge.
Yeah, yeah.
And at that point, was it just
oh, I
Mr.
got a
Valley and
headache.
Mr. McGrath face to
When I was
face?
looking, yeah.
There was nobody else near them?
No, not
No,
that.
no other people around them or behind Mr.
Probably
Valley?
like on the sides, like where everyone was standing, but not like directly next to them. No.
How's your day, though?
He hit somebody with the helmet.
And you told us
Yeah.
you didn't see a knife, is that right?
He beat that other kid up with the helmet.
Yeah, I remember that. How's your day, though?
And that you were first aware that Tommy Connery had been injured, correct?
You know, I know
You
you,
didn't
love
see
me, but
anyone
you don't
else?
have to say that every
No.
time.
But you later learned of the others.
Correct.
Did you see Ryan Hines at all during the fight?
No.
Did you see Tyler Rich at all during the fight?
Here and there, not. I wasn't really focused on him.
Did you see Jacob Villalobos at all during the fight?
Yeah.
What was Jacob Villalobos doing during the fight?
I only saw Jacob push Tyler into the road.
You also
Water right
told
here.
us that you saw somebody push Mr.
You
Valley into the
tired?
road into a car at one point, right?
No, I'm not really
No,
that
he walked to the
tired.
car.
He walked to the car?
There's 4
Do you
people here.
recall
They're just not
speaking with
talking.
Officers
Everyone that's
about
here.
this
Probably was.
Please
May,
like and
about a
subscribe.
week after the events
I
on May
haven't
23rd.
gained any new
About-
subscribers the last couple of days.
When I
He
see
walked to
that.
the car. Valley into the road, into a car at one
Mhm.
point, right?
No, he walked to the car.
He walked to the car? Do you recall speaking with officers about
It looks like she's rolling her eyes to him.
this in May, about a week after the events on May 23rd?
It does look like
And
she's
you
rolling
went
her
down
eyes.
to the Shelton Police
How
Department.
you doing, Hong Kong?
Yeah.
And you don't recall telling them that it was just a big brawl and Tyler Rich at one point pushed Raul Valley into the car?
They were wearing similar colors at that point, so when I looked, it looked like
How you doing,
looked
brother?
like the defendant. And I think back to it, Tyler DeSilva had a jersey on, so that's how I could tell the difference.
Okay. So you're backing off of that
How you doing,
earlier
bro?
description. Now Tyler Rich did not push Mr. Valley into the car.
Not that I recall now. No, I'm not sure.
How you doing? How you doing, Hong Kong?
Got her. Got her. She changed her mind on her. She changed her mind on her response.
No, she did.
And you said that you could see him go to the vehicle.
Yeah.
You were watching him at that point?
Yeah, because Jimmy was right there. So when I was looking at Jimmy, he was behind him.
So Jimmy was
Thank
still
God,
standing in the same
I have
spot
5 people now.
the whole time.
It don't matter.
I appreciate you
It
don't
guys.
matter.
Stay here as
There's-
much as
There's still a
possible.
stabbing involved.
I
could
need
see
to
Mr.
get
Valley at the
monetized
vehicle.
as soon as
What did you see him do
possible.
at the vehicle?
He just opened the door and came back.
You would agree that's the same thing that happens in the video, correct?
Correct.
Are you sure that you're telling us of what you remember that night or what you saw watching the video?
No, I'm positive. I'm telling you what I saw.
Guys, talk amongst each other. Just don't talk to me.
And again,
You know, check up on
what
each
you
other too,
remember
guys.
is that Jimmy was not involved. in
That's why the
fight at all.
chat is here.
I know that for a fact
You know that for a fact. How do you know that for a fact?
because I know he was not involved in the fight.
And then you told us you saw Mr. Valley come back onto the grass, correct?
Correct.
You said he slipped,
It looked like a slip. I don't know if what happened.
then he turns and he spins to his left.
Correct.
And he takes his arm and you see him do this, his right arm, this
Correct.
upward motion into
Correct.
Mr. McGrath.
That's
Correct.
for everybody to talk
And at
to
that
each
point,
other,
you
not
agree
only
Mr.
me.
McGrath's back was to you.
No, not his back.
Well, can you tell us what you saw, what your view
I would
was?
say he was standing up like this. So
Yeah, I
it
could
was
talk
like
about any
side.
topics among each
And
other.
Was there
Get
anybody
to
else
know
around
each other
Mr.
as
McGrath
well.
and Mr. Valley at that point?
No, not that I recall.
They were isolated, just the two
Yeah.
of them. Did you see Mr. DeSilva at that point?
No.
I don't know why you didn't tell her. I don't know why you didn't ask her. You should have asked her when did he take off the helmet?
He's not gonna
And
ask
then you told us on Friday that you are studying right now a criminal justice program.
that.
Part
That's
of the inspiration for doing that, what you were involved with on that evening.
I would say yeah.
And that's being involved that evening. Is that motivated?
Just
you
don't
to be
talk
someone
about
that's responsible for
anything
this?
illegal. No illegal activities.
May we see State's Exhibit 16?
Oh, man. How much time is left? Let's see. Damn, it's going slow. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Yep. You know I do lives.
Another 40 minutes. Another 40 minutes of her.
Watch this video with us.
We're watching videos now.
I'm sorry, State's Exhibit 60.
Yep.
This is where they play the exhibits for the next 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
20 minutes.
How you doing, OJ?
Damn.
That's good.
I wish they would.
Video before
I wish they would
Yes.
play. I wish they would fucking bullshit. I wish they would play the whole video. You know. I hate when they show pieces. I want to see the whole fight, non-stop.
I'm good.
Gratuitous. I apologize. I recognize it's not easy for you to do to watch that. But I do think we need to break it down just a little bit. Do you know who was filming that?
How you doing, One Drew?
Not at that time. I didn't know.
Have you since come to learn that it was Tanner Chernowski?
Correct.
Do you remember seeing Tanner Chernowski that evening?
Here and there, I don't really think I was with him a lot.
What
And do
kind
you
of
remember
beers
seeing
you
him
like?
film that evening?
No.
Hong Kong.
So when he was filming this, you don't recall seeing him walking around with his phone out?
No.
And where were you
How you
standing
doing, One Drew
when
Matters?
that scene was going on that we just watched there?
Right where I pointed out before.
By the truck, by the front of the truck?
Yeah.
You hadn't moved at that point?
No.
All right, Your Honor, at this point, I have what I would like to have marked as defendant's exhibit B for ID purposes. However, I understand that shown in the state, I understand the no objection to this.
I'll hear from the state.
No objection.
Thank you.
I'd ask that it be marked as a full exhibit.
All right, court will accept your evidence, defendants to full exhibit. Thank you.
Yo, he got P. Diddy on his profile. The animal, that's funny. I guess he went to get some coffee.
Your Honor, the record reflect that given the clerk envelope marked as defendant's exhibit B is inside.
Well, for clarification of the record, it's defendants B, not 2. Thank you.
I think it'd been a month. I don't remember.
I'll show you what's been marked as defendant's exhibit B. This is a frame by frame of that same video that we just watched. Okay. We had some trouble going through it slower earlier, so broke it down frame by frame.
Okay.
My allergies are killing me. I gotta book an appointment with my allergist.
So this is defense exhibit B. And we're starting here at frame 0. Okay. Now, in this video here, this frame 0 that we see, do you see a person? I'm going to point up here. Do you see a person right here with what appears to be a light blue jersey of some sort on?
Yeah.
And you can also see it there if it's easier for you on there. Do you see that person?
Yeah.
Do you know who that person is?
It's really weird.
And do you see to the right in front of that person someone wearing black shorts and a green top?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Do you know who that person is?
Again, it's blurry. I can't tell.
Water's the best.
And do you see just to the right of that person in the black shorts and the green top someone wearing lighter colored shorts and a dark top?
Put a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Some sort of graphic on the back?
A little bit more. Just
We're going to scoot ahead 1, 2 frames.
it's been
And
80 degrees. I've been.
again, do you still see these same figures there on the screen?
Yeah.
And do you
Yeah,
see
about
that
here
now
is the
beside the
same
person
way.
that was on the right of the screen wearing lighter shorts and a dark top?
Can't
that there
see
is, another person that is emerging.
It's been
wearing somewhere
88,
else.
90 degrees. So
No, I'm sorry, I don't see that.
Let me move it forward for you a little bit. Do you see now, in frame 6, that there is another person wearing light bottom and a dark top that emerged beside that other person?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
On mine, I can't even tell they look like people, so no, I can't tell who that is. Like right here, on this screen, I can't even tell that it's a person.
Can you see legs?
I can see legs, but that's it.
Would you agree that that's indicative of a person?
Yeah, on mine, it just looks like blurs.
Okay. And can you still see those same figures to the right of the screen on frame 8?
Yeah.
Do you see Matthew Lockett anywhere here?
Not that I see, no.
oh, that's good.
Again, the frame 10. to the
58
far
and
right
ratings not that
of
bad.
the screen, do you see that there are at least now 2 people closest to the right edge of the frame wearing these lighter bottoms, dark tops that appear to have some graphic on the back?
Yeah.
You couldn't identify who those people were?
No.
That's
And here we
cool.
are in frame 13. You see those same 2 folks to the right of the screen?
Yeah.
Here we are
Let me
in
see,
frame
check something
19. To the right of the screen. You see that those 2 figures, can you see their legs?
I don't know how many
Yeah, a
degrees
little.
is it where I'm at.
As we get further,
Oh my God. Ain't going nowhere with this.
along here, can you still see the legs of those 2 figures?
Yeah.
We are at frame 22 at this point. Sorry, I keep dropping it down.
Ooh, I'm full.
Do you see the first of those two figures here in frame 23? Can you see his legs?
Yeah.
Can you see his right leg?
Which one?
Can you see the one leg that appears to be back behind the other?
Yeah.
But it takes
And
something
here
and
we are,
as a
frame
reflex is
27.
acting up.
Can
I
you see
hate
that
it.
leg being thrown back and now you can see the foot?
Yeah.
And do you see to the left side of the screen someone with a
Text
phone?
somebody that I know.
And can you identify that person as being Ricky Field?
Not from this, I can't.
Here we are in frame 28. Do you see the foot of one of those two people to the right side of the screen?
Yeah.
What does that foot appear to be doing to you?
Whew.
I'm not sure.
It's no longer in contact with the ground, is
I'm
it?
nauseous.
You see the bottom of the foot?
Very nauseous.
I don't see a damn foot. I don't see a
In
foot.
frame 29.
Yes.
And in frame 30, do you see that foot any longer?
Oh.
It's really blurry. I can't.
Oh my god. This is annoying.
Yeah. 4th of July should be interesting.
It's so blurry. I can't see nothing.
Here we are in frame 40. Do you see those two figures with the light bottoms and the dark tops and the graphic on them? Do you still see them over here towards the right side of the screen?
I just see one.
You only see one. Here we are
sorry.
in frame
I'm
47.
an idiot
Can
sometimes.
you see the two figures again?
Yeah.
And is there a third person that appears to have joined them?
Yeah.
Are they dancing?
I apologize, Mr. Pella, I do not mean to be tedious. Here we are in frame 63. Do you see one of the two figures with the light bottoms and the dark top over to the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you still see on the left-hand side the same person that had the phone out with the light on before?
Yeah.
Can you identify that person as Ricky Fiola?
Again, I can't tell by this.
Can't
Thank
tell
you
by
for the
this.
We're
verdict
at frame
sheet,
63
Karen.
there. See that there are two individuals over here with light bottoms and dark tops
My stomach
in the
hurts
same
like
area to the
hell.
right of the screen.
Again, I can only see one.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you see to that figure's left another figure with dark top and light bottoms?
Yes.
And do you see that the figure we just described appears to be moving to his left?
Yeah.
The other figure appears to be facing more towards the street?
Yeah.
Any punches gonna happen soon?
Just chilling here,
Did you see
guys.
Ryan Hines that evening?
No.
Never.
I saw him probably when he first got there. Like,
Do you know what he was wearing that day? Wearing a...
Fast forwarding, it's so annoying.
And here we are in frame 90. Can you see to the right of the figure with the black shorts and the green top what appears to be a figure down on the ground?
it's a big blur.
Is that the area where you recall seeing Tyler Silva?
Oh,
I can't even tell where that is.
can't tell
Me
what
neither.
it is.
Here we are in frame 93. Now do you see a figure down on the ground appears to have one arm over his head and another arm on the ground?
Yeah, I think.
It's hardly. I can't even see that clear. I can't see that.
Not sure from this.
Horrible
Well,
video
you've
quality.
seen this video before, right? Where we got these still frames from.
I think so.
And do you see the figure we
I
just
think
talked about
so.
with the white top and multicolored?
She was like, I think so. I don't remember this shit.
I hope one day I'll be
It's a
able to get
horrible video.
1,001
You asking me this
subscribers
shit?
on my channel.
Design on the back.
I think the most I've gotten like 110.
Frame 96. Do you see this figure down on the ground now?
Yeah.
Do you know whether or not that's Tyler DeSilva?
I can't tell from that.
Do you see to the right of the screen in frame 96 that there are the figure with the black bottoms and white top that we saw before?
Yeah.
And do you see there's another figure in front of him, looks like maybe bent over?
Yeah.
Is that the area towards the road?
I guess, yeah.
very right of the frame here in frame 106. Again, what appears to be light bottoms, light shoes, and a dark top.
I don't really go.
Sorry, can you point that out
I don't
again?
really go on TikTok.
To the right
Sorry.
here of the screen, do you see light shoes, light bottoms, dark top?
Yes.
I don't see that. Where? What side?
Do you
Left
see Jimmy
side?
McGrath anywhere on the screen?
No, not that I can point out.
What?
Do you see Jimmy McGrath anywhere on the screen?
Oh, Jimmy Frat.
No, not that I can point out.
Jimmy who?
You told us he didn't move the entire time.
I said he stood in that area. I wouldn't say he just stood in one spot, but
But he never engaged in any of the fighting,
not that, no.
not that you recall.
No,
And do you see the figure in the middle with the white top and multicolored design on the back?
Ocean fam, how you doing, Ocean fam? Why you up so late? Go to bed.
And do you see to that
There's no
figure's
school.
left another figure with light shoes,
School's
light
over.
bottom, dark top, and some apparent graphic on the back?
yes.
Hawk, what's up, Hawk?
Here we are in frame 108. Do you see somebody on the ground there wearing light bottom and a light blue top?
Yeah.
Do you know if that's Tyler Silva?
I believe so.
Oh boy.
You don't see Mr. Valley at this point anywhere, do you?
No.
Do you recall the fight breaking up into essentially two separate groups at any point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And the fight involving Mr. De Silva was closer to that tree that you've described, right?
It's about only 2 in the morning.
And the other fight was involving Mr. Valley, right?
Correct.
How many people were fighting Mr. Valley?
I'm not sure.
Was Matthew Loftus one of them?
I'm not sure.
Was Jimmy McGrath one of them?
No.
Do you see Jimmy
No.
McGrath anywhere in this video?
No.
In this frame here, this is frame 124.
No, not that I can point out.
Do you see in frame 24, right in the middle of the screen, a figure wearing light shoes, light bottom, and a dark top?
Yeah.
Is that Jimmy McGrath?
I can't point that out.
Do you see to the right of the frame, again, a figure wearing light shoes, black bottoms, and a white top?
Correct.
Was that what Charlie Connery was wearing that night?
I don't recall what everyone was wearing that night.
Do you see Matthew Loftus anywhere in this?
No, I don't.
Oh boy. I hate having allergies.
Do you see a person in frame 143 to the left of the screen?
Yeah.
And do you see that person with their phone out and the light on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
She said that she was standing in front of that black truck in the grass next to that red bush.
identify that
Sorry.
as being Ricky Fiola?
I'm not sure.
Do you recall seeing Ricky Fiola that night with his phone out filming anything?
I don't.
This frame here, frame 157, do you see an individual with their shirt off, darker skin tone, and a pair of dark bottoms?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
I believe that'd be face on.
To the right of the screen, do you see somebody wearing light bottoms and a dark
Hello,
top?
Brizzy boy.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Not sure.
Good morning.
YouTube watch, we're going to start on frame 178. Do you see this figure here with black bottom and green top? Who's in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
What does that person appear to do there?
I can't really see.
Can't see shit. It's so blurry. Damn.
Do you see the leg, the right leg of that person?
I don't.
Just play the video. You
Just
can't
play the
watch
fucking
it.
video,
It's so
it's
hard to
just
see it when
blurry.
he's like stoling it. You gotta play the video.
Here we are in frame 191.
Fucking horrible
You see
frames.
that the focus of the camera has now been to the right.
Correct.
That would be towards Laurel Glen Drive, right?
Oh, blurry. Look how blurry that is.
And do you see figures here on the screen?
Yeah.
You
Blurry.
see one figure here to the very left side wearing lighter shoes, light bottoms, a dark top.
Yes.
You see a figure in front of him wearing light shoes, black bottom, and a white top.
Yeah.
Do you see a figure right here wearing white shoes, blue bottom, no top apparently?
Yeah.
What's that?
I can't tell by this. This is really blurry.
What was Matthew Loftus wearing that evening?
I don't recall exactly from my.
And do you see another figure to the right of the screen wearing?
I don't really care about
and
football. Sorry.
Moving forward through, and we get. Do you see two vehicles here in the road?
Yes.
One near the curb?
Yep.
One behind the curb?
Yes.
And.
Yes, Angie girl, right there
Somebody
by the
going
driveway.
towards the vehicle that's further out in the road.
Yeah.
And you've seen this video before, correct?
Yeah.
And you see the figure closer to the car reach the car, right?
Yeah.
And then you see somebody come into the frame 226. Do you know who that person is?
I'm not sure.
Did you see the interior light appear to come on in the car there?
Yes.
And this is frame 247. Do you know who that person at the door
I
is?
prefer
You don't?
baseball.
And you would agree the camera has now panned over to where Mr. Valley is at the car.
Yes.
Did you hear Mr. Valley say anything when he was at the car?
No.
And you see Mr. Valley appear to be looking back towards his left, correct?
Right.
And what was going on to his left at that point, do you know?
I'm not sure.
Did you see Tyler De Silva at this point? Not in the video, but when you were standing on the lawn.
Yes, I believe so.
What was happening with Tyler De Silva at that point?
I think he was getting pushed out of the road.
He was getting pushed onto the road.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Zoom in on his face here, cameraman does. And then we see the camera pan back to the left, correct?
Yeah.
And now we are in frame 284. Do you see a figure on the ground?
Yeah.
Is that still Tyler De Silva?
I think so.
He hasn't been pushed into the road yet?
No.
Is that different than your recollection?
Yeah.
And how many figures do you see surrounding him?
Surrounding him?
Yes.
Five.
Do you know who many of those folks are?
Not by this, no.
This is frame.
Yeah, they just not speaking. There's 4 people here.
Yeah.
Can you identify any of those folks?
The one with his shirt off is Alex. The one with the red hat, Michael Sampieri. That's really all I could tell.
Okay. But you would agree that there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures that we can see in that frame other than Mr. De Silva on the ground.
Yeah,
And you can identify 2 of those.
Yeah.
correct, yes.
Do you see Mr. McGrath anywhere?
No.
Everyone's right here, Honeycomb. That's where everybody's at, right here.
There's 4 people. Now there's 2 people here.
Now, we're in frame 307. Do you see on the right-hand side?
And
of
it's
that
not
frame
accurate.
that
YouTube
there
is never
are
accurate.
2 figures, one with a white top and black bottom, one with what appears to be a lighter bottom
Same.
and a dark top.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Sure. Can you see 2 figures on the far right-hand side of the frame?
No, there's 3 people here.
While this is going on, what we're seeing here, are you watching Mr. De Silva as he's being attacked?
No.
What are you watching?
I think I was looking at Matt at that point.
You're looking at Matt?
Yeah.
Where was Matt?
I think he was back more, I believe.
When you say back,
Like-
can you show us on the...
It's already July 1st.
Back more is?
I would just say behind this fight, so. I think it was like he was over here more.
They're closer to the tree line or closer to the road?
I would say closer to the road.
Where I'm at.
And here we are at frame 333. You see a figure emerging from the right-hand side of the frame?
Yeah.
He's wearing light shoes, black bottom, and a white shirt. Do you agree?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
I think that's Charlie Connery.
Charlie Connery?
Yeah.
You told us before he was standing with Jimmy McGrath.
Near him, yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see frame 345, another figure emerging just behind Charlie Connery.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oops. Oh, I almost broke my phone.
You see frame 355, another figure emerging just behind the figure that you could not identify as following Charlie Connery.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I think that's Matt.
That's Matt Lockwood?
Yeah.
Do you remember him walking with these other 2 individuals?
Walking with them? No. I just remember him walking by, yeah. Like walking that way, sorry.
Do you agree that he's not behind that fight that's going on?
Correct.
Oops. Wrong.
On frame 333,
Go to bed, Alexa.
Wearing light bottom, light shoes, and a dark top.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I believe that would be Jimmy.
Do you see 385 Matthew Lockett?
Yeah.
And what was Matthew Lockett doing?
Go to bed.
I'm not sure. He kind of just was standing there like that.
Yo.
Just observing?
Yeah. Doesn't-
Hello.
In frame 398, two individuals in the middle is that appear to be pushing something over there.
I can't tell from that.
And do you still see
I don't know what you're doing up. Making sure.
flare shoes, light bottom, dark top?
Yeah, that'd be Jimmy.
As we go past now, frame 409, that appear to be Jimmy too?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And you see somebody getting pushed out into the road. You see another figure in frame 417.
I guess she went to drink some water.
Passing out. Passing out.
And in frame 427, you see Silver's left hand.
Yeah.
You see anything in his left hand?
Not that I can tell him that.
And a big bat. Nice. Bottom line is,
Not in this.
My back hurts like hell. My back hurts like hell. Everybody left already?
Not sure. I believe so, yes. I believe not. Yeah. Who's watching here? Not in this.
Letting people leave. It's annoying, but you can go to bed whenever you want. You sleep early, I know. Because you work. And I don't.
Yep.
You recall what Mr. Valley was doing?
I don't.
Did you see Mr. I did not.
I don't remember.
What is your job again? I never asked.
The key.
Or if I did,
got
I forgot.
closer at that point. I'm not sure exactly.
How do you know that?
Because I remember I had a clear view.
And can you see Mr. McGrath in frame 532?
Yes.
Frame 533?
Yep.
Frame 534?
Yes.
You graduated from high school?
Yes.
got knocked out.
That. Does that in any way change your recollection?
How
of
old are
seeing
you?
Mr. McGrath standing in one area not involved in the fight?
No.
And you would agree that you did see him from time to time there,
How old are
moving with a
you?
group that included Charlie Connery, an unknown person that you couldn't identify for us, Matthew Lockovich, your boyfriend,
Yes.
Jimmy McGrath,
Yes.
and another individual with black pants and
23?
white tie. We saw
Dang,
come
you
across
too
the screen
young.
that
Dang,
again,
you
couldn't
young.
And there were other figures that you couldn't identify as well, right?
Correct.
But you're certain that you had a clear view of seeing what happened between Mr. Valley and Mr. McGrath,
100% yes.
and that it was just the two of them, correct?
Yes.
And you can't tell us where Mr. Connery or Mr. Lockovich were at that point?
No.
You were dating Mr. Lockovich at this time, correct?
Correct.
And you had grown up, you told us, since childhood with Mr. McGrath.
Yeah.
How well did you know Mr. Connery
Pretty well.
and his family?
I thought he was like 25,
Did you ever been over
26
to their
years
house?
old.
Yeah.
And you didn't call the cops that evening, correct?
I did not.
And you didn't go to talk to the cops, they came to you, correct?
Correct.
And that wasn't until
I'm ready for bed.
May 23rd, correct?
Ah,
Yeah.
A little bit more than a week after this all occurred. Had you talked to anybody about what happened that night prior to speaking with the cops?
No.
You hadn't talked to anybody about it?
No.
Not even that?
No.
And you wouldn't want to see Jimmy McGrath's memory or reputation damaged in any way, would you?
No.
You wouldn't want to see any harm come to Matthew Lockovich, even though you're not with Matthew Lockovich anymore, correct?
Correct.
And Charlie Connery, you wouldn't want to see any harm come to him, right?
Right.
And you come here and you tried to tell us, to the best of your recollection, what you saw that evening, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further, thank you.
Couple questions, Your Honor. Morning, Taylor. So the
I
defense attorney
believe
asked
you.
you just moments ago regarding, you saw a video, frame by frame, most states, withdrawn, defense B, where he had asked you on multiple occasions where people were standing, your recollection, you had some indication of where you saw people, but for the most part, you were not able to indicate where people was.
Correct.
From your best recollection, was Jimmy involved at all, from what you can recall that night in the fight?
No.
When the fight was going on, Taylor, where was Jimmy standing from your vantage point? Where was Jimmy standing where you were?
Diagonal from me.
And the whole time he was standing in that general location, you indicated he moved around a little bit, but for the most part, was he standing in that general location?
Stayed in that same area.
hey, Honeycomb, you keep talking shit about my channel, you're gonna get timed out and then banned. So that's your warning.
Majority of the time.
When counsel showed you the frame by frame of defense B, are you able to indicate at all for sure who those individuals were who were wearing a dark shirt and a light bottom?
No, it was dark. You can't even see their faces in those frames.
Do you recall offhand, as you sit here today, if anyone else at the party was wearing dark shirt and light bottoms that night?
No, I wasn't focused on everyone's outfits.
And it's difficult to recall each and every individual, what they were wearing, where they were standing. But from that night, what are you 100% sure you witnessed that night?
I watched the defendant go up to Jimmy and stab Jimmy.
And when you witnessed the defendant go up and stab Jimmy, as you
That's
indicated on
murder.
direct examination, do you recall if anyone else was standing directly next to Jimmy at that point?
No.
Was anyone else, as defense counsel indicated, putting his arm around Jimmy or in close proximity to Jimmy at that point?
Mhm.
When the defendant came up
He
to
was
Jimmy,
guilty.
was it a purposeful stabbing?
Yes.
When the defendant came up to Jimmy, was there any hesitation that you saw in him stabbing Jimmy?
No.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Hey, we're done.
I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting tired. Talk to you
We're done with the
guys
guy.
later. Thank you, John. I'll say one bye.
Hey.
One more witness to cause.
All right, guys.